Happy New Year. Well, to be exact, Happy Lunar New Year. It is now the year of the tiger. So, in honor of that, let me share a fun fact with you about tigers. Did you know that tigers can sleep up to 18 to 20 hours every single day? So, what better way to celebrate the year of the tiger than to mimic a tiger's lifestyle? Which is why I went on a hiatus for not 18 to 20 hours, but approximately 18 to 20 ish days. Well, let me tell you all about it. Last time we spoke, we were fresh into the New Year's, and as people tend to do, I also started a list of my New Year's resolution. Well, this time, this year around, I made sure that my New Year's resolution were reasonable and attainable. Last year, I told myself since I started working out, I needed a goal. I wanted to cut my body fat percentage down to 21%. Well, 2022, we out here with 25% body fat because I cannot give up my love for Korean fried chicken. Although I did not reach my goal of attaining 21% body fat, it doesn't really matter. What mattered was the fact that I actually built this habit of working out and exercising regularly to keep myself healthy. In the beginning, I really hated going to the gym. It felt pointless. I'm just kind of wasting time there. However, after I had a vision for myself, I had a goal, I started to okay, let's not lie. I'm still not excited to go to the gym in the morning, but now I feel like there's a purpose. And at times when I notice changes on my body, I am genuinely happy and satisfied with my progress. And that is the reason why I continue to work out until this day. But cutting off body fat percentage is not why we're here. The reason why we're here is let me find my list. My 2022 New Year resolution, the first on my list was start studying Korean, build gym habits, finish video projects. I'm slacking. And get some houseplants. And I am proud to announce that I've accomplished 2.5 out of 4. I got a houseplant. It's called Birds in Paradise. Birds of Paradise. I do not know. It is in Korean. And when I try to look it up, it doesn't make sense to me. But I am trying to take care of this little plant baby. Since this is the one that's alive. I started with 3, catgrass, basil, and this Birds of Paradise plant. And moment of silence for my basil and catgrass. They're dead. They're long gone. I don't know how you can kill catgrass, but I somehow managed to do that. That tells you a lot about my ability to raise houseplants. Going back to my first resolution, start studying Korean. If you listened to my last podcast, I probably covered and told you a little bit about the frustration of me trying to sign up for Korean class. I legit went to the Korean Academy on January 1st. I told myself, you know what? No more delaying. I'm sick and tired of being handicapped in public and not being able to socialize. Let me just get the show on the road. And of course, that day, no tests were available. I cannot sign up for a class, blah, blah, blah. I have to call again, etc., etc. Well, now, a few weeks later, 4 weeks later, we're in February, and I am proud to tell you that I finally secured a class. I will be starting actually in one day. Today is Wednesday in Korea. My first day of class is on Friday. I'm a little bit nervous. I've already bought my textbook and I've already studied the lessons that we will be covering in class. Just because I feel a little bit nervous, I don't think that I am truly at the level that they placed me at. So I'm extra anxious about not being able to keep up with the class because from my understanding, well, it's not my understanding. It's Reddit's understanding and knowledge and wisdom that those Korean classes are usually conducted fully in Korean. I haven't been in Korean class for a long, long time. And yes, I have been living in Korea for a year, but the conversations that I listen to generally revolves around students, parents, or at the convenience store, how much this is, what would you like to buy, or at the coffee shops, what kind of latte you want. Do you want how much sugar or what kind of milk? It's not relevant to what I will be learning in class. So I wanted to prepare. I can't even speak English. I wanted to prepare myself so that I am not shell shocked when I go to class. I can somehow make out what the teacher is saying if I familiarize myself with the material. So actually, today is February, what is it, 2nd. Yesterday and the day before that, I actually went to visit Taro's parents and we spent the Lunar New Year's together. Since his parents live on the other side of Korea, we had to commute by bus. And I thought to myself, you know what, let me just be productive. On the bus, let me just study the lessons that I will be, learning on Friday, and then we're gonna be Gucci. Well, I was so car sick, I slept all the way. At night, though, I did have some free time and I went over the lesson. I tried to do them and then I gave it to Taro and be like, can you double check this? Am I doing this right? And then he's like, nope, you did not do this right. He tried to explain it to me, but I didn't 100% understand it. So I'll just take some notes and pay attention on Friday and see what the professor says about it. So that's how I resolved my first New Year's resolution of studying Korean. I'm finally going to start in a few days and I'm quite excited about it. I will give it my best. It's weird to become a student again, but this time I actually want to take the lesson. So let's see what kind of Korean potential I have. Funny thing. Yesterday when I came back from the bus station, it was at night, like at 12. So at this time, the buses, they're not running anymore. The subways aren't really running anymore. I had to take a cab home. And when I called for Kakao taxi, I got a driver. He was about middle age. He kind of spoke a little bit of broken English. Apparently, he has been studying the Bible in both Korean and English. So he knows like a few words. And we had a conversation for 20 minutes. Well, actually 30 minutes because that's how long my commute was. And I tried my best. Like I squeezed out every single vocabulary I know, every conjunction I know. And, he was understanding. He tried to help me with the broken English that he has as well. And he told me, he said, hey, I think your pronunciation sounds like someone who was born here. So maybe with a little bit of studying, you will probably you will probably sound, not speak. Let's not go overboard. You will probably sound like a native. I was like, you know what? Funny thing. I'm actually starting Korean class on Friday. And he's like, where? I'm like, oh, at a Hagwon. And he goes, good for you. Good luck. And I'm like, thanks, man. I didn't say thanks, man, because that would be rude. But I was really happy to hear that, you know what, there's a little bit of hope, Julie, that you might be able to fool others into thinking that you're not a foreigner anymore. Aside from the Korean shenanigans, do you remember that I mentioned to you that we were in the middle of a grueling winter camp? Well, winter camp is finally finished. And the students took their TOEFL junior exams. They got their certificate. They're finished. They got fed. They got candy. They got gifts. And I get 2 extra hours in my daily life. I am so forever grateful that winter intensives are over. So because of the winter intensive, I couldn't really do anything. But Taro and I still try to meet up with each other at least once a week. And because of that, that's just my excuse. Also, took away a lot of time that I have on my end. I didn't start editing my video project that I said I was going to start. However, I did start since yesterday. So I'm actively trying to finish this project and wrap it up by the end of February. I'll have it uploaded to my channel and then start editing the food video that I've delayed like since October. So how many months is that? November, December, 3 months. A quarter of a year. Okay, so I'm a professional procrastinator. Wait, there was a phrase. What was it? Perfectionist procrastinator? Something like that? Because you don't think you will be able to make it perfect, so you just procrastinate and not do it. I think that is just a glorified title for my behavior. I do have my own priorities, and Taro is one of them. So hence, which is why we do make the time to meet each other on Fridays and sometimes on Saturday and Sunday as well. However, one of those weeks, that didn't really happen because a little accident took place. I wouldn't call it a little because I suffered the repercussion of it for a week. I think a week, right? A week and a half. But let me check my calendar. I wrote this down in case I had some symptoms. On January 16th, it is a Sunday. We were going to meet up for dinner on Sunday. So my apartment has a loft and I have a closet on the second floor. So I legit was getting ready to leave. I took the clothes that I wanted to wear and I held it in my hand. At the moment, I was kind of napping, so I was not wearing my glasses. And these steps are really steep. So I held on to my hoodie. I remember distinctively my gray sweatpants, and my black hoodie, and I was going downstairs. I wasn't holding on to the handrail because I had stuff in my hand and I was not wearing my glasses. Now, on my stairs, on the steps, I have these little carpet things that I put there for Uni. Since the stairs are kind of slippery, I don't want her to go too fast and then fall off the stairs. So I didn't install them, but I just kind of glue them, tape them, whatever you call it, on the stairs. And I think I stepped on one of them and I slipped and I fell down the stairs. It hurt like a mother forker. Oh my God. I slipped my right foot and I slipped my right foot, but I hit the right side of my head on the back. And then while I was falling, I hit my head, right? I tried to slow down the momentum with my elbow, and then I hit myself on the tailbone, and I just kind of stumbled downstairs. And in front of my stairs, next to my sink, there is a black chair that I have there. Usually I would put my backpack, I would put my clothes there. And on that day, I had some clothes that were half folded. So I was kneeling in front of that chair and I put my head on the clothes and I was like, no. Because I really thought I had a concussion. My head was ringing and I just felt pain all over, especially my back because I hit my tailbone really hard. And then I just stay there for at least 10 minutes for the pain and the ringing to go away. And then I still feel very sensitive at the moment. But I texted, I wanted to say Uni, it's not Uni. I texted Taro and I was like, I am so sorry. I don't think I can make it to dinner. And he was like, why? What happened? I was like, well, I just fell off the stairs. He was like, what? I know it sounds comical. And if you didn't believe me, I would understand because the timing was just too odd. But I was like, I can't. My head hurts. I hit my tailbone. I crawled upstairs. I crawled back upstairs just to lay down. And I lay there for like an hour-ish and I started crying. I don't know if I was ashamed. I think maybe I was ashamed. I was also in pain and I was frustrated. So I just lay there silently crying. And then I thought, you know what, maybe if I take a nap, it will all be better when I wake up. Nope, it wasn't really better. But eventually I was able to see where the damage was done. Well, first of all, I have a bump. I have a big ass bump on the back of my head. I felt it and it was kind of tender. I was like, okay, so first injury behind my head. And then the second injury, I went to the bathroom and I kind of checked myself in the back. And I can see that there was a bruise. There was a big bruise on my right thigh. I guess that's where I was trying to break the fall. And then also a bruise where my tailbone is, which makes a lot of sense. So for the first few days, walking was painful. I was like, I cannot have a concussion. I cannot have a concussion. My tailbone needs to be, I don't know, healed soon. I know I have a better health insurance here, but I don't have the time to even go get a scan. At the time, I still have winter intensive. So like I have to leave in the morning by like 11:30. I don't have time to go to a hospital. Also, how am I going to communicate at the hospital? Taro has to go to work too. Like, what am I supposed to do? So I was just wheeling myself, like, please, please, please heal. You're only 25. Heal. Heal. Come on, I beg you. Cells, do something. Oh, yeah, and fun fact while I was falling to my near death, my cat was just watching. Uni was just like, look at this dumb bitch falling down the stairs like Oompa Loompa. I saw somewhere it said if you have a dog and let's say for whatever reason you were murdered or something happened to you, your dog will bark from the spot that you passed away or the spot that you were last seen or whatever, trying to protect you. Meanwhile, if you have a cat, the cat might just eat your dead body. I am now 100% certain that is what would have happened if I fell down the stairs and caught myself an express ticket to heaven. Uni would just probably look at me and be like, okay, this is much bigger than my usual meal size. Meal size. Usual meal size, but 잘먹겠습니다. I'm going to dig in. That is 100% what would have happened to me if I fell to my death. So Uni, I'm no longer going to buy her churu. You know, the other day I thought, well, Lunar New Year is coming. Why don't we welcome the Year of the Tiger with some new clothes, some new things for Uni? So I went to this place called Molly's Pet Shop, and I was specifically looking for clothes, and I found this kind of like windbreaker material type of jacket. It has a zipper. I got it in medium because she's getting thick, and I thought it would look well on her. It's yellow, it's white, it's gray. It complements her eye color. Her eyes are like amber-ish. And I came back and I put it on her and she, oh my God, it is the cutest she has ever been since I've adopted her. And it was insane. I took that photo and I sent it to my friends and they were like, holy crap, so cute. And I was like, yep, treasure it because we're not gonna see that very often here. So yeah, after I healed up from my near-death experience, we packed up our things and we visited Taro's family for Lunar New Year. And then I came back a day after to take care of my ungrateful gato. That brings us to now, February 2nd. Oh, also, one thing that happened in January was that I accepted a new position at my location. I didn't really expect it. I am still kind of nervous about accepting that position, but I kind of told myself that 2022 should be a year of trying out new things and being more confident with myself. And I think even though this is a job that I didn't really have experience of. Now I have a year of teaching experience, and even though I still have some imposter syndrome at times, I think with hard work, with the things that I don't feel comfortable with, I just didn't think that I have enough experience to uphold the position that was given to me. But I think what makes me different is that I care. A lot of us come to Korea, for fun, and teaching was a means to an end. But for me, I'm also not trying to be a teacher. However, I do feel responsible for my work, and I don't want to waste parents' time, especially the kids' time. Is so crucial for them. So if I'm not good at something, I will always try to seek for answers so that I can give my best to the kids. And I think that is what I should tell myself when I feel not so confident about my ability. Well, I might not have the experience that these people have, but I have the dedication to be better and to do the best that I can. Perhaps I'll make mistakes, and I think I've already made a few at this place, but bounce back from it and learn not to do it next time. Well, if I listen to this in the future, I can check to see if I am correct. But that's the best advice I can give to myself at the moment. Well, I think that's a wrap about what has been happening to me for the entirety of January. I hope that I can catch up with you sometime soon, and I can report to you about my Korean class, what's new in my life, how my plant babies are doing. Well, not plant babies, plant baby. There's only one left. It's like freaking Squid Game out here. And you can keep me accountable by the next time that I speak to you. I should have already uploaded my second video onto my new channel. Fingers crossed, I'm going to manifest. If I put this out in the world, it will force itself to take shape in my life. So come on. Let us make this happen before the end of February. Let us post that video so that I can start my food project again. Please. Thank you for listening to the 52nd podcast of a lactose intolerant. If your family celebrates Lunar New Year, well, call your grandma, call your grandpa, call your relatives, and wish them a happy new year. If you want to flex your Mandarin, you can say 新年快乐，身体健康，万事顺利. If you want to flex your Cantonese, even though you're not Cantonese, well, you can still say this, 新年快乐，恭喜发财, and ask for that red envelope money, sis. Don't let your parents keep it. You can't trust nobody. Take it and keep it under your pillow because that will bring you good luck. Stay safe, everyone. I will see you next time.